few months ago, we did a video reacting to some of the richest Roblox users ever. Well, let's just say within those last few months, and when I say few months, I mean last year, there has been a ton of games that pulled millions of players CCU, like on average. And let's just say that there has been a new form of developers that are insanely rich. I'm talking like not billions of Robux, but trillions. So if you're new here, subscribe to join the Supreme team. And let's just get into this. So basically, this guy right here who goes by the name of ZZ Docs, all right, he made a video explaining the story of some of the richest Roblox players ever. Now, this video came out 9 days ago, so I'm pretty sure he's talking about some of these new ones that's been hitting, like new game developers. Anyways, let's just go ahead and watch it.
This is Callum, and he's never had
Whoa. Who is Caleb? Okay, wait. Let me restart this real quick. Why is it? Okay.
This is Callum, and he's never had Robux before. But 5 years down the line, he'll be one of the richest Roblox players, becoming famous for donating billions of Robux on his own game called Please Donate. And he's not alone.
Whoa. Hazem's real name is Caleb? I didn't even know that.
There is multiple players that have gone from rags to riches. And to find out how they got to where they are now, we need to look at their stories one by one, starting with Hazem. Before all of the fame and fortune, Hazem was just like any other kid with a dream of being a successful developer. Starting at a young age, in 2019, he uploads his first game called Hazem's Builds. Unfortunately, it's now unavailable to play, but it really makes you wonder what he is hiding in this game. In late 2019, the second game he uploaded was a New Year's countdown to 2020, a timer that will show you how long it is until 2020. The next year, he published a game called Blocko. This wasn't like any other game at the time. In this game, you will be able to build whatever, giving you full creativity. But after a year, this game was shut down and discontinued. Speaking of interesting games, he made a game that gives you compliments.
Hold on. I just realized I did not have my other light on. There we go. Alright.
Not really, because as soon as you join the game, you would quickly realize that this game was a lie. Instead of giving you compliments, it will call you ugly, idiot, weird, not good enough. Okay, I think you understand the concept here. Even though these were just some fun projects Hazem made, he still wasn't a successful developer like he had dreamed of as a kid. So in 2021, he started to work on a bunch of games, hoping that one day, one of his games would go viral.
Okay, Hazem did have a few viral Roblox games. I remember it was that word typing game, and then Please Donate. I don't know any other one. Oh wait, no, and then after Please Donate, he had this one that was very interesting called Dice.
Starting with Keyboard Defender. In this game, you have to type the word above the zombie that is attacking you, and if you fail to, he also made 2 truths and 1 lie.
That's kind of fire.
In this game, you would type 2 truths and 1 lie. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. Then people had to guess which one was the lie. The next game was called Disc in Roblox. In this game, you could literally message people on Discord in a Roblox game. It seemed like Hazem was ahead of his time, but unfortunately, it was later discontinued because of some changes to the platform. With 3 games collecting dust, most developers would have quit at this point. But Hazem was on to greater things. And that's when finally Hazem made his first ever viral game, Type Racer. This game was kinda similar to Keyboard Defender, where you have to type out sentences as fast as you can and race other people. In this game, there is 4 game modes, and the Squid Game mode kinda blew up in popularity. Hazem uploaded the footage of this game on Twitter, and just moments later, a bunch of big creators like Flamingo liked his post. And almost 1 month later, this game had hit 1 million visits. But he still wasn't a Roblox billionaire. You see, the only microtransaction in this game was this Game Pass that lets you customize your block. And according to the internet, around 3 out of 100 players usually buys a Game Pass, which means Hazem made around 60 to 70 million Robux. Now, even though this is a butt ton of Robux, it was nothing compared to his next game.
70 million Robux, buddy. You give me 70 million. Give me 70 million and you'll see what I do. Give me 70. Oh, he made 70 million off that? How many Game Pass? 1 Game Pass? Give me 70 mil. Watch what I do. Oh my gosh.
The game I'm talking about is Please Donate. And I'm pretty sure almost everyone has played this game at least once, hoping that someone would donate to them. Right?
Yeah, I played this game before. I know exactly what this game is. I played this game before.
Well, anyways, with one successful game and a goal to become a billionaire, Hazem had to come up with an idea that's better than just a typing game. So he thought of the one thing all Roblox players love: free Robux. But he doesn't exactly have infinite Robux to give out. So how is he going to give people free Robux?
What if I just let people donate Robux to each other?
Now with a great game idea, Hazem got to work and created Please Donate. In this game, you would claim a booth, and then it would check if you have any game passes or shirts, and if you did, it would appear as buttons in your booth, which would allow people to click on them and donate to you. Let's give this guy 1,000 Robux. But there is one problem. Who even wants to play a game where you just have to sit around and wait for people to donate to you? Well, what if I told you just a few days later, thousands of players did just that?
Bro, what was that? What the heck was that, bro? All right. Y'all seen that character, bro?
Sit around and wait for people to donate to you. Well, what if I told you just a few days later, thousands of players...
Bro, what is this avatar? All right.
Sit around and wait for donations, which would later attract big YouTubers.
Is that real?
Hazem had now become a household name, making millions of Robux on his game from people just donating. And as soon as things were looking great for Hazem, Please Donate was removed from Roblox. And the worst part is, he doesn't even know why. Roblox didn't send him any emails or messages. And when it looked like all hope was lost, Hazem didn't give up. He added better moderation to the game, making sure that nothing get this game taken down.
This will be massive.
And then he pressed publish. And the game was back up. From 0 Robux to creating one of the biggest Roblox games and giving away millions of Robux, Hazem has earned his spot on the Roblox Billionaire Mount Rushmore. And to understand how you can one day get a spot here, we have to look at the next billionaire on the list, Preston. And over time,
Bro. Okay. Everyone that he's naming in here is really rich, bro. They're just rich. Preston, bro, come on now. Why are we talking? You know how many videos about some of the richest Roblox developers on Roblox have Preston in it?
he would become one of the most hated players in Roblox history. But he wasn't always this hated. Let's go back to the beginning. Just like Hazem, Preston started young. He made multiple games, and one of them even reached over 50 million visits. So success came very early. But for Preston, this wasn't enough. He wanted to...
Nah, bro. Bro's been a millionaire since his teenage years, literally. Bro has been a millionaire since his teenage years.
So using everything he've learned from the past games, he created his biggest project yet, Pet Simulator. The idea was simple. Collect coins with your pets, use those coins to buy better pets, and repeat the cycle. Again, and again, and again. There is no way this game is going to work.
This is Pet Simulator in Roblox,
Hey,
guys.
my boy Russo. We were just up on stage together at the Roblox Creator Showdown.
Or do I go for the doggy dog with music ears?
It hit over 50,000 active players,
Oh, I made it to the next room.
received constant updates,
It's massive. We finally got it.
and even won a Bloxy award. Preston was on top of Roblox. But then, everything changed. Out of nowhere, he discontinued Pet Simulator. Not because it failed, not because players left, but because he was tired of updating it.
I don't want to play with you anymore.
So instead, he decided to work on a new game. Something that is better than Pet Simulator. Something original. Something... What? So Preston made a Pet Simulator 2. I mean, if the first game did amazing, then surely the sequel gotta do better, right?
Pet Sim 2 didn't do good, didn't it? Wasn't it Pet Sim X or something like that that did really good? It was, yeah, Pet Sim X.
A new Roblox video. My name's Creek, and guys, Pet Simulator 2 is finally out. But guys, it's not all great. There's a lot of people that are really angry right now about this game.
And for the first time, signs of Preston's greed was impossible to ignore.
Well, it turns out if you bought a game pass or an item with real money in Pet Simulator 1, you only get like a few hours of VIP.
And his lies had just begun.
The reason why a lot of people are mad is because people are saying that this pet is basically pay to win.
And there wasn't even a lot to do in this game. There was barely any zones and barely any content. So pretty soon, the game was a ghost town. So once again, Preston pulled the plug. Pet Simulator 2 was discontinued.
Dang.
It looked like Preston's hopes of becoming a Roblox billionaire was finally over. At this point, Preston had two choices. Either give up on his dreams or make another game even better.
That's the W.
What?
Make a better.
That was not one of the options. So Preston tried again, putting together all of the good things from his other games and creating Pet Sim X.
Wait, hold up. There is no way people are actually playing this game, right?
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
This game is good. I like this game. This is a big improvement from the
Bro,
first
and the crazy part is when Pet Sim X dropped, bro, it was actually one of the most addicting games on Roblox, which annoyed me because of how addicting it was.
Simulator.
Pet Simulator X, 200,000 people?
I don't care what happened with the previous pet simulators. You know, look at this. The sounds, the collection, the animations, the UI, everything is so premium and quality, and it just seems so well made.
People were loving the gameplay, and on top of that, Preston was praised. He was dropping updates every week with a bunch of new pets to unlock. But if you take a step back, you start to realize this was all just a distraction.
What?
Made people forget about the last two failed projects.
Wait, what?
And not to mention the insane pay-to-win stuff in this game. Preston was starting to break rules on
Bro.
Roblox.
Bro, 19,000 Robux for that is actually insane, bro. Yo, no. Bro, that's actually insane, bro.
In the Christmas update, he released an egg with a pet that has an unknown chance of getting, which is against Roblox's TOS. So to prevent this game from being taken down, he fixed this by showing the chances of getting this pet. And Preston luckily got away with it. And not long after, we start to see Preston's true colors. Adding expensive pets for Robux, selling plushies for hundreds of dollars, adding literal gambling for kids. And on top of all of that, Preston hits the final nail in the coffin by selling Pet Simulator NFTs. And buying one of these gives you a free...
Bro. I don't care what no one says, bro. Like, you could hate him, but bro knows how to make money. Respectfully. Bro knows how to capitalize on what's working and generate more money from it. So, you can't even hate him for it.
Pet in the game, which is also against Roblox's TOS, which means that Preston finally got banned, right?
Did he?
Well,
No.
not exactly. Preston somehow gets away with it, but at the same time, the updates were starting to slow down. And not long after, Pet Sim X, which was supposed to be better than Pet Sim 1 and 2, ended up dying. And Preston was back to square one, and this time he had 3 failed games. But hey, he was finally
Pet Sim X did not fail. That joint was a success. Yo, buddy. This quote-unquote failed stuff needs to change, because, bro, if it failed, bro has like a $3 million car. Bro did not fail. That game did not fail. He has a literal, like, a $3 million car.
We now know 2 big key factors on how to become a Roblox billionaire, but there is one more thing that we can learn from this next Roblox player. Most of you already know who this is, but to those
My boy Nosniy, bro, at the Creator Showdown, we were hanging out all day. Like, bro, that's actually funny. Yo, my boy.
who don't know, this is Nosniy, the creator of Rivals, a front page game with over 13 billion visits, and with no doubt the biggest Roblox FPS game.
Hey, K Mini gang.
But before Nosniy made Rivals, 8 years ago, this was Nosniy's first game. Welcome to Halloween Simulator, where you pretty much knock on people's doors and ask for candy. Yeah.
Wait, what? That was his. Wait, I remember that game.
That's probably not the best game he's made because that was just one of the 6 games Nosniy made before he finally made Rivals. And his second game is called Noodle Arms. And the main goal in this game is to move around and do obbies with noodle arms. But honestly, I don't even know if I could call this an upgrade. But surely the next game is gonna be better, right?
I remember his golf game. His golf game was actually so fun.
Yeah, it was. Black Hole Simulator is a game where you are a black hole that eats up everything and get bigger and bigger. But unfortunately, the game isn't playable anymore. It really is a shame that it might never see the light of day again. However, with every fall, there's a rise. Funnily enough, Treasure Quest was when Nosniy first struck gold. This game was a dungeon crawler similar to Dungeon Quest. You would spawn in, making your way through the dungeon and fighting enemies along the way. At the very end, you would fight a boss and collect your loot. The gameplay was really fun.
On fire, yeah.
Until you realize it's really similar to Dungeon Quest. Players start to notice and outright just called it a clone. But this was only the true beginning of Nosniy's journey. Super Golf was Nosniy's next big hit.
Super Golf was so fun, bro.
Mistakes with Treasure Quest, he decided to go for a genre that didn't have any competition. Golf. He made the controls very simple for everyone to use, no matter what device you were on. He decided to add a wide variety of maps for players to explore. He added cosmetics so players had something to grind for, and added game modifiers to add some spice to the game. All of this culminated into Super Golf hitting over 30,000 players and winning the...
It hit that much players? Whoa. I did not know. Okay, whoa. I did not know it did all that.
20 Bloxy Award, Mobile Game of the Year. And even then, this wasn't even close to peak of the mountain. Finally, we're here.
Rivals.
A game that shot Nosniy right into the Roblox billionaire Mount Rushmore. Roblox Rivals.
You know what Nosniy told me? He said, like, this was a few days ago. He said when they dropped the game, they were only expecting at least like 5,000, like sub 5,000 players to play it. Like when it hit 10,000, it just blew their minds. So, bro, I'm gonna be honest, Nosniy is extremely humble. Like, I'd be like, bro, you're a top dev. He'll be like, really? Like, I don't know. Like, Brody, if a game with billions of place visits and you do not think you're a top game developer? Yeah, if that was me, I would promise you, I would be flexing. You would see me with a Bugatti Chiron Pure Sport, all yellow with the black trim. You would see me in a house and my neighbor is Elon Musk. Brody, you would see me with money up the wazoo. Oh my gosh.
Surprisingly, Rivals wasn't always successful. At the start of it all, it seemed like it had the same problem as Treasure Quest had. Rivals had to compete with Arsenal, the FPS game at the time. However, it wouldn't be like that for long.
Nah, bro. Arsenal was so awesome, bro. Arsenal was so awesome. I love legacy competitive game mode.
To become boring for players, and suddenly the demand for a new FPS game went up. This was Nosniy's chance. First, he had to study why Arsenal died.
Analyzing initiated.
There's no way.
Anomalies detected.
Now with this new learned knowledge, there's a chance for Nosniy to actually succeed. But one wrong move can lead to some serious consequences. So starting with the main game mode, Nosniy chose a simple and easy to understand gameplay loop. You fight your opponents and the first to get 5 points wins. It's over, boy! No. For the maps, he made sure they weren't too big so the rounds wouldn't last forever. And for the weapons, instead of having hundreds of guns, he focused on making each one unique and balanced. But like every game, players found glitches and insane loadouts to win every 1v1.
What the? Was that Tanker? With that glitch?
People were getting really good at the game, which means some of the noobs like me felt a little left out. So Nosniy added these insane weapons that cost a ton of keys. Another genius thing Nosniy added was win streaks. Every time you win, you get a +1 streak above your head, but losing it will reset it. Which made people spend days getting insane win streaks like Jake, who has the biggest win streak in the game, with over 25,000 win streak. And on top of that, the game was constantly getting updated, with new weapons and maps almost every week. But Nosniy would eventually hit a wall. You see, to stay on the top, you have to have a good game. Second of all, the players have to like the game. And last but definitely not least, the game needs updates. But when the main game mode is just 1v1 players, there isn't much you can add. And players will eventually feel like the game is too repetitive. So Nosniy had to decide, either keep updating the game every week, which could lead to the game slowly dying out, with each update slowly turning repetitive. Or do what Bloxfruit does, make bigger updates which take longer time, but also could make or break the game. So Nosniy decided to go with the second choice, make bigger updates. This was probably the best and worst thing he could have done.
Really?
To deal with the repetitiveness, Nosniy added game modes so people aren't stuck playing just basic 1v1s.
Yeah.
For the October update, he released the first event in the game, the Halloween event, which came with a Halloween-themed lobby, skins, and a brand new map. And finally, the long-awaited ranked game mode. This was where players could show off their skills. Unlike the win streaks where you could just buy back when you lose a game, the ranked game mode would come with a new leaderboard, displaying the true best players in the game. Ranked opened a new door in the competitive scene, but also opened the door for even more hackers. You see, Nosniy added the katana and a riot shield to deal with you getting damaged, but it's also very effective against hackers. But in the ranked game mode, you're able to ban 2 weapons, which made it easier for hackers to just ban the katana and the riot shield so they could easily just destroy you. The best Nosniy could do was ban these hackers, but even then, they could just easily make a new account and keep ruining people's days. So the final point to become a Roblox billionaire is just to make a good game. I know it sounds easier said than done, but we've seen how Hazem's idea alone was able to take him to the top, along with Preston's greed.
So far, this has been a really good video.
It's simply just a fun game. And I think that's exactly why it stands at the top of Roblox today. And if you enjoyed this video, then you will probably...
Bro, this guy Z-Dogs be dropping bangers. He be dropping bangers. This is what people really need to do. Yo, leaving a like on that video. W video. Shout out to Z-Dogs. Yo, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. And let me know if there's any Roblox developers that are richer than the ones that he named. I'm out, guys. Bye.